Take podcast with Brucey, Chuff and Lush.
How are we, gents?
Seamless start, boys. Seamless.
Take 5.
Any given take 5 that took us then.
We got there in the end.
Welcome back.
Some level issue with the mics, but welcome back, gents.
I'm on my level. Nice shirt, Adam.
Oh, thanks, Damon. It's game 6.
Game 6.
We got this. We got this. Come on, boys.
So you're hoping
If you know,
for game
if
7.
for the guys and girls at home, I'm wearing a Suns jersey, Charles Barkley specifically from the 90s.
That's the Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix Suns. And, I'm quietly confident we can get the game win tomorrow. We need to stave off elimination.
It'd be a good fortnight for you, sporting-wise.
Yeah, look, to be honest, I'd love to win the championship, and don't get me wrong, I'm still confident that we can. But considering that, we hadn't made the playoffs in 10 years, hadn't made finals in pretty much, my basketball lifetime, I'm still not sitting there going, I'll be hurt if we lose tomorrow, or if we win and lose game 7. But at least, we're relevant again.
Do you think that everyone stays?
The key players will stay, yeah.
And
Well, maybe Chris Paul, but they'll have to redo his contract because he's playing on $40 million this year.
Is this your window, do you think, or you think next year you can still make a push?
Yeah, well, I don't see. I was actually thinking about the other day. I actually don't think it's a given that you get back there.
No,
so that's why we
not.
need to go hard for it. But we've still got our core players are young. Besides Chris Paul, all our key players are very young. So with basketball, if you can keep those guys together, you can add a few pieces, you can challenge. So, look, it's not the be all end all, but come on, boys, we can do it.
And when can everyone tune into Game 6?
9 o'clock tomorrow.
9 o'clock.
I'll be at home.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'll be sandblasting. Chris, where will you be? He'll be here watching it.
Yeah.
I'll be living my life.
Working.
None of my teams are in it. Anyway, gents, how's your week's been?
Weeks.
Week. We had a big show last week with Richard Garcia.
It was a great show.
It was a
Great
very good
show.
show. Good chat with the coach.
Got to thank him. He's a great guest. Spoke very well. Some interesting insights into the life of a professional sportsman.
Yeah.
And was our 3rd biggest show to date. So
Yeah, no, it was
that's
good.
huge.
It was good, boys. It's more about he was very open and honest with us, with our questions. But the fact that he's the Perth Glory coach, we learned some big truths there.
Like, who knew Glory were going for a rebuild? I didn't even know that. So
I've seen news outlets saying, in the last few days, I reckon a quarter of the Glory squad will be returning from last year. So
Yeah.
the turnover
I think
is
I'll be
huge.
going down to a few games next season.
definitely.
I'll bring Alessio.
Yeah.
So what else has been happening in life, Adam?
Life. Well,
Life for you, mate.
parenting.
We're halfway through 2021.
Oh,
Which
it's my
is
1 year
second
wedding
half.
anniversary tomorrow.
Hey, agree.
Marriage anniversary, not wedding. So you haven't really had
That's
your wedding.
right.
Yet. Tell Loz it's your marriage anniversary.
Which one would you celebrate? Let's say you finally get married. Would you celebrate the wedding or would you celebrate this one?
Hopefully they're on the same day.
Ooh, that'd be nice. Oh,
That's
yeah.
the plan.
Yep.
That's the plan.
Is that why I got married in July, or was it because
Well, no, that's how it fell this year. But once she had the date, she's like, let's just do it the same day. Obviously,
Bueno.
maybe next year, maybe a year after.
And what, the hope is still Scotland?
Yeah.
Good,
we'll wait
because we
for
need
that.
a fucking holiday.
Everyone
Need
needs
to
a
get out of
holiday. I
this.
feel like everyone needs a holiday. Everyone's locked down.
Oof, it's killing me.
Everyone's quarantining.
And on lockdown,
Our poor man Nooch is
cousin
quarantining.
Nooch from Belgium,
As seen on TV.
as
Cousin
seen
Nooch,
on Channel 10. We're going to put the clip up on our Instagram page.
with a sweet fade.
Sweet fade, sweet mask,
Wasted now.
all around good kit. Telling
Sharp.
everyone to get vaccinated, pretty much.
He's got a few targets he's got to meet over the quarantine, but you
Yeah,
know,
what's he got? 14 days quarantine.
14. I think
And
It's a lot of Call of Duty.
if he left 5 hours earlier,
And Sopranos.
Damon, what would you do with 14 days of quarantine?
Smoke, sex, and stream.
yeah.
That's
So
it.
Damon's one of the rare few.
So would you try to do some activity to keep your
Yeah. Smoke, sex, stream.
He's one of the rare few that has worked right through quarantine.
What activities? Like
Would you do a few
a puzzle and
No, puzzle. That's
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Or like a
Paint by numbers. I've got one
a
of them.
household thing that you're trying to do, like build a wardrobe.
DIY or something like that.
That's it.
Yeah, probably. But then getting the materials, if I was in lockdown, might be. Yeah, no, I probably would. But yeah, I would. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Not in 14 days.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon he's going to do in quarantine
Play Call of Duty.
for 14 days?
What else are you going to fucking do? Like, what else? You going to chill, watch Sopranos?
That sucks, but if
Yeah, I know, but
you
you
leave-
can still get his work done from home. You know,
yeah,
chill out
but
for a bit.
if you leave 5 hours earlier, you're not in quarantine.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's just fucking stupid.
It's like it's just shit weather as well, because I haven't wanted to go outside most of the days the last couple of weeks.
Heard on the radio today, it has rained for 20 days now, 20 days straight.
Is this the most rain
Yeah.
we've ever had?
Most rain in 20
Actually, can't
years.
remember when it didn't rain.
Yeah.
Man,
It's rained every day of July.
today. It just felt like I was getting spat on all day. Like, it was just
Yeah, it
annoying,
wasn't- yeah.
annoying rain. It was cold.
You know, it's like a more little bit more powerful mist.
Yeah, like when you go to a restaurant in summer and they.
So like you're walking outside, it's not enough for an umbrella.
Yeah, that's what I remember. You
Do know
just
where
slightly.
those things are big in Singapore.
Yeah.
So they got the mist.
There's just more humidity.
yeah.
But Damon, you're wearing a nice T-shirt. I see.
Chiellini. Might have heard
Giorgio.
Giorgio. Yeah, Street X little.
A week ago,
Boys, time to move
yesterday-
on, but
week
time to
ago-
move
A week
on.
ago yesterday, he was lifting up the cup.
Yep.
You know, if like I would love to relive the whole tournament.
Definitely.
So if I go to quarantine, 14 days, I'll probably watch every game
You could.
easily.
Easily.
Every game in a tournament, or every game in Italy, because every game in Italy could do that in a couple of
Oh,
days.
you could do that for
So I
sure.
couldn't bet on it, so I couldn't do that again.
No, so do that.
Yeah, chops attention spans. Yeah, no. But like for you, is that your crowning sporting moment of the last decade?
Yeah.
Decade.
I reckon it is.
For the last
Yeah.
20 years for him. What the fuck else has happened for him?
06.
Chelsea Champions League was pretty good. Both of them. Start of this year's one was a nice little surprise.
Yeah,
against
the
Man City.
lackluster was there
But
crowd?
that makes such a big difference.
Such a big
Small
difference.
crowd for the champion.
Yeah, it makes such a big
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, 'cause
Soccer's,
you're
I
watching
think
it,
soccer's
yeah.
the hardest sport to watch.
You
without
can't.
a
I
fan.
can't watch it without crowds.
I think
couldn't
because
watch it.
it's quite zoomed out, so you can see the crowd being empty. Whereas like NFL wasn't too bad because it's always so zoomed in that you can't see the
But you
crowd.
also
a lot.
need it because soccer as a sport is there's
Momentum.
not
Yeah.
always action there.
No,
Like it's moving around,
Slow moving.
Yeah.
It needs the
sometimes.
crowd because the crowd also gets the players moving.
I think it was a game in Budapest. Whoever played, was it in Hungary or
like in the Euros.
yeah?
Yeah, it was full.
And that was just the first time in a while I'd seen just a crowd like.
Yeah, Hungary were going nuts.
Yeah, it was
I remember
Hungary
that game
Portugal game.
And they were like the whole
Hungary-
stadium was just
wasn't
like rocking. I was
wasn't
like,
it France?
That was sweet.
as well.
Was that as well? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that was the
fucking
first time
really
I've seen
good.
like, wow, that's such a difference.
Yeah.
What,
Big
like,
difference.
You know, even limited crowds, full crowds and stuff like that.
Where's the first place you boys are going to after when we can start travelling again? Where do you want to
I'm
go?
going to Scotland, but that's just a family thing. Are you talking about for a holiday?
I'm just talking about when they say international travel is now open.
definitely Scotland.
Where the fuck are you going?
I mean, I'd be happy just Bali. Give me a couple of weeks in Bali. I just don't think Bali's going
I
to.
can't see
I can't see
myself
I just
going
don't
to Bali.
think Bali's
Yeah.
going to be good for a while. Thailand, same sort of thing. Thailand's not too bad, I guess, but Bali's going to be hard.
Is it? Have we heard much about the Thais? How are they doing with
Well, no,
it?
they're struggling, but there's more, like, a little bit more.
See, look, I imagine that the flights, they'd be discounted
Yeah.
significantly because they'd try to be. Once the borders open, they just want volume. They'll be like, all right, we're going to get as many people onto
I
the
think
plane.
I'd give it a year in Bali. Let them try and recoup a little
So
bit.
I'd probably go definitely
I've been-
somewhere warm.
Barcelona,
Barcelona.
south of Italy.
Yeah,
You know what you actually got to start thinking about is places that you go to that have actually a good hospital system, just in case you do get sick.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not like
you
not worried
talk-
about getting COVID,
No, but like,
and you get sick any other time.
That's right.
I've had
true.
barley belly where I was shitting and yakking at the same time.
that's fucked.
When I was like in a bath, just sitting there like all over myself. It was the worst thing.
No, thanks.
And I went to a hospital there and there was like a dog running around in the hospital.
No.
And I had to take this medicine, like this cough syrup. And, well, I'd imagine that's what like ground up cockroaches would taste like. It was black, it was sludgy, it just was foul, man.
I remember like that's something they give you, I think, to either stop the nausea or test like what you've actually got. I remember when I went and had my appendix out, she gave me this specific thing. She goes, if you keep this down, it's food poisoning. If you don't, there's other issues. I reckon I sipped it, and within 2 seconds, I just power chucked.
Beautiful.
And I just go, what the fuck? And she goes, well, It's not food poisoning. I
I
went,
think
cool.
Your appendicitis, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, like...
But- Like I just reflecting the last couple of months, it's just been really big sporting events and moments. Even this week, like huge. Obviously, on the weekend, was it on the weekend? John Cena come back out.
Yesterday.
We've got that. We're gonna pull
That,
it
for
up.
me,
See how the crowd, because obviously they didn't know.
man.
I've watched a lot of wrestling in my time. Not ashamed of it.
I listened to Michael
That's
Cole.
one of the biggest pops.
So Pat McAfee's one of the commentators now on SmackDown, and I was listening to his show this morning, and he had Michael Cole, who was his partner on the show. And Michael Cole's been doing it 25 years or something like that, and he said that's top 5 moments he's ever witnessed.
Yeah.
Like, obviously they've just been waiting for crowds to come back. Just this, go play it. Just that
Here we go.
moment.
Because obviously they know the music.
Oh yeah, just that little riff.
And he's pretty, loved and hated at the same time, Cena.
It's been too long. Tell you what, he's a lot smaller than what he used to be in the WWE, I reckon. A lot leaner.
Wait until he takes his shirt off at the end. He's fucking...
Oh, yeah, but I'm saying, before he was more steroidy. Because that was one of the reasons why wasn't he too juiced? Wasn't that a
He's
thing?
a power lifter before he got into the WWE.
Wasn't he a Marine?
No.
Are you sure?
I thought he was a Marine.
No.
thought that was his whole angle.
He was a Marine.
The movie. I know he was the movie The Marine.
Yeah. So that was huge pop.
That was just the crowd's coming back. Like that there makes you appreciate what we've missed for so long.
You couldn't.
Absolutely.
They couldn't do
No,
that
what
without
a
crowd.
waste. What
It's
a
been
waste.
Huge.
Then you got
Wrestling's
It
back in a
was
big
in
way.
Texas. It was in Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
Then we had the F1 GP, which
Big crash, huh?
big crash.
Hit the wall at 190 clicks.
What would you rather do? Wrestle him, John Cena,
Yeah.
or drive one of those Formula One cars
Drive one of the Formula 1 cars.
like that around that speed?
That'd be fucking
crash like that.
I think
The
they
risk
said he was
crashing like
going
that.
290 around that.
That is so fast.
Yeah, 190 miles per hour, so whatever that equates.
Yeah, so
A lot.
but he got clipped and he just bang into the wall.
Slightest little thing,
Like
huh?
it wasn't.
Slid.
It wasn't like. Oh, you can see him going to the wall gradually. Even on the gravel, it's like 50 meters of gravel. It just went.
I think there's actually more than that. That's how long
And
he
just
went.
half a second
He was
he was
just
at the wall.
sideways, so there's nothing he could do either because he couldn't correct it. It was just sideways. He hit this fucking thing. You could just see all the tires ricochet, ripple.
It's amazing that the cars rely so heavily on being light, but then they're still able to protect these guys. It's like they
Yeah,
can
I
do-
mean, a crash like that. Look, that's pretty much not pretty much, but Ayrton Senna died. Not something similar. I don't think he got hit. I think he just missed.
He
missed
went
the
he
corner.
went off in the Italian Grand Prix, missed the corner, went straight into the wall at like
Yeah, the
300
San Marino
click-
Grand Prix. Yeah.
300 clicks.
what year
But,
was
like,
that?
it
Was that
was
like early 90s?
93, 92, 94. I can't remember. It was early 90s. But that, I sat there and thought, because obviously the guy, you knew he was alive because he walked away straight away. So instantly my thought was, I don't really like Verstappen, but I hate the fact that in F1, Lewis Hamilton never gets the wrong end of these things.
right.
You know how there's always that one guy in sport that's blessed, that he just, doesn't matter
He did in Baku though. Remember
yeah,
Baku
but
this
like
year? He missed
he's
the
in a
start.
lot of those instances because they're at the front and he's like
Aggressive.
to and fro. He's aggressive, but he hardly ever gets the
Kissed on the dick a bit,
Yeah,
huh?
he's kissed on the dick.
Well, I was speaking to someone yesterday who's got pretty good knowledge on this, and he reckons now, obviously, Hamilton's mindset's changed because now it's such a close competition. They reckon you're going to see a few more things like that happening throughout the year because it's so close. For the first time in many years, he's so close. You're going to see more dangerous driving, more stuff like that to try to get that edge.
Is Hamilton on a streak of championships?
Yeah, he hasn't lost in like 4 or 5 years.
Nah, Rosberg was one in between.
One, but that Rosberg retired like 3 or 4 years ago.
I don't know. Feels like No, he's probably won like 6 of the last 7 or something.
Yeah, right.
Something like that. Yep.
But it's like it's just especially in that sport where a lot can go wrong. He just doesn't get the little
Yeah.
things that like that.
Because he's a bloody good driver, that's why.
I give it to him. Like he's probably the best F1 driver. You have to be. You have to have luck. Like I'm sitting here and just everyone needs to be lucky or wants to be lucky.
Yeah.
It's better to be lucky than good. So fucking credit to him, but you're watching that race, you go, fuck you. And he wins. Like, you got the 10-second penalty.
win. That's how good that car is. That's crazy.
It's still that's one thing that I can't really get into it that much because I just feel like if they put them all in the same car, otherwise what's the point?
But I think next
year's meant to be really close.
Don't they say that every year though?
No, because it was the changes were meant to come in this year because of COVID. They pushed them back a year. So now these new changes and restrictions and rules coming in next year are making the bigger teams like Mercedes more evenly balanced with the smaller teams. Right. So now it's going to come down to like it was back in the old day, who is the better driver?
Well,
which is what they want.
Because old school F1 was sick.
They changed it as well for the first time. They did sprint qualifying, so they had they had a 17-lap race to see who qualified first. So,
rather than like
so on Saturday night, instead of normal qualifying, they actually had a mini race, and whoever won that, where you finished in that race, is where you started.
Oh, so it was an actual race. It wasn't based on like best lap. Or
they did the normal qualifying on the Friday.
What's normal qualifying?
Just fastest lap.
Keep going, do your fastest lap. Like keep doing laps. And your fastest lap is where you sit.
Out of how many?
You got Q3.
20 drivers, I think.
How many laps until you?
Oh, they.
No.
Or do you just say that one?
You got it all wrong. So you go into qualifying. You got P1 qualifying 1 Q1. You set your time then. Top 15 go through out of 20.
So what do you do there though?
You do a lap.
He's asking. Yes.
You don't do as much laps as you want. You set. You go what's called
obviously
a fast lap. So you do your lap. And that's your qualifying time.
Okay.
And then the top 15 progress to Q2. Top 10 progress to Q1. Q3.
Q3.
And then from there, you get your qualifying positions. From 1 to 10, then the rest are, 11 to 20. Now, they did that on Friday for the mini race, which is on Saturday night. So they qualify for where they're positioned there. And then where they finished in that race is where they started on.
Are they going to start bringing that in for more?
They're doing it in 4 races this year. So that was 1. They're doing it another 3.
Yeah, the next one's in Italy.
And it's actually really entertaining. I watched it on Saturday night, and Hamilton obviously qualified first, so he started from pole, but Verstappen got him on the first turn. Never looked back. So Verstappen qualified.
He looked back because he was in the wall.
Yeah. No, but that was on the Sunday. I'm talking Saturday night.
Yeah. No.
It's very interesting.
Imagine that's your brother or like husband or whatever, and you just see him just bang into that wall, or your son or whatever.
Especially in that instance, you can't actually go to him.
No, exactly.
Like you're sitting there, you don't know, you got no idea. If he's now they kind of like I said, he walked out of the car.
Yeah. But just that first moment.
Back then,
say like your wife's back home watching it, with a kid, and then because they cut to an adult, and they don't really show it a lot, do they?
They try not to, but only
if there's no injury there.
After last year's incident with
who was that?
The Husk.
That went
Grosjean.
He's stuck in his car or something.
Yeah,
Grosjean.
The fireball.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So
they kept showing it.
Yeah, they kept showing it, and they didn't know if it was okay yet, and that's where all the drivers started getting pissed off.
Yeah.
So they didn't show the crash again until Verstappen got out.
Ah, fuck.
But very, very interesting stuff in the F1, and it's going to be a tight championship this year as well.
Yep.
Should we jump into the bracket? We had a week off from the bracket. We're in number 2. And then we got some more fan questions after that.
Number 2 what?
Huh?
You said we went up to number 2.
I don't even know what I mean.
I don't think,
No, we had a 2-week break, doesn't it?
No. But the bracket's back. The last bracket was the best bracket we've ever done.
Which was?
Sporting Moments one.
Cool.
I don't think this one's as good, but it's funny. It's lighthearted.
Sure.
All right.
The title of the bracket
is?
Little Gutses.
Little Gutses.
Little Gutses.
Things that happen in your day-to-day life that just annoy you or piss you off or anything like that. They might not happen every day, but they happen often enough. Pen, please.
This chair makes a lot of noise.
Yeah, I know. You couldn't pick a fucking different chair.
He picks the same chair every week, mate.
I know. Maybe it's time for change, Damon.
It's your office. Buy better chairs.
I didn't buy those
Commence,
chairs.
Adam.
You know that when you get that tape, when you're like taping presents and stuff like that, and you try and find the start of it, and you can never do it, and then when you find it, you can't get it up. Like, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Versus stubbing your toe.
Say that first one again.
Yeah. So you know how you get the tape, right?
Sticky tape.
Sticky tape.
Oh, you can't find
and
it?
you can't find the fucking thing.
Stubbing your toe for me, that is the biggest. The amount of times I used to do that as a kid playing soccer on the concrete and you go kick and you fuck your
And
toe
it always
up.
happens when
Always.
you're either dead tired, you just woke up, or you're in a rush.
Mm.
So you know what, like when you go on the corners of the wall,
Mm-hmm.
right? You just clip, and it's
But the thing is, if you stub your toe on Tuesday, you're going to stub it again Wednesday. You're going to do it again Friday. For 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to keep stubbing the same spot.
there's
My
nothing
mum was chasing my
fucking
brother one
worse.
morning before school because he was being a shithead, and she went to turn the corner in the entryway. I got, and then as she's turned the corner, she's clipped her toe and just broken her toe, and Mason fucking copped it. Anyway, I am going for stubbing your toe.
stubbing toe.
Stubbing toe it is.
Queuing up in general.
I hate lining up.
Oof.
Or versus you see the bus, but it's too far away for you to run for it, because even if you run for it, you won't make it.
Yeah.
But you know that you missed that bus, you got to wait 10, 15 minutes.
I'm going queuing up. I don't do fucking lines at all. Never have.
I'll
Hate
go
them.
the bus thing, because that is pretty fucking annoying.
I don't catch a bus enough, but no lines.
Bus or train, doesn't matter.
Because the queue thing depends what you're queuing up for,
Yeah, like-
maybe. But
Yeah, if the line's moving.
the bus thing,
sometimes-
if you can see it, it's like,
I can go, what are you going?
bus thing.
Bus.
Ooh.
Do you prefer a bus or a train?
I have had to catch a bus more often. The COVID rule's actually been pretty good. I haven't sat next to someone on the bus for a while.
That's pretty fucking
Beautiful.
good. It's nothing worse than being jammed up on a bus.
Also, like when you're on a bus, you don't want to be the slight petite woman, because there's always room next to you to sit down.
Yeah.
You're the bigger man, there's like a little bit of spot. You're always the last person someone wants to
I'll
sit
remember that. I'll try not to be the petite woman on a bus.
Losing the remote control
Oh. Jesus. Adam.
versus rude sales assistants.
Oh, that.
Nah. There is nothing more frustrating. I live with my brother, Luke Percival. The amount of times that prick lost the control in the couch and I'd have to rip up the couch to try and find this remote was astronomical.
You know, with the remote control, it was never your fault. If you're looking for it, you're not the one who lost it.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
You thought that.
You
but
think that.
That's right.
Yeah.
No,
So you're
no.
Where's the remote control?
Adam, you're right. It was never my fucking fault.
Nah, see, I think that. I'm like, where's
Scarred.
Hannah put it? And then, like, I go and look, and it's, like, in the pantry. Because I've grabbed chips or something and, like, put it down. I'm like, and I don't tell her. I'm like, I can hide it in her handbag.
Yeah, I've called out many times when I was like looking for something. Most of the time, a remote control. Where the fuck is this thing? Like, where is this? And then it's the plate. Like, yeah, I put that there.
Yeah. That was me. Last week, who Carlton play Geelong? Last week. I had to watch it on my no, last week.
The week before Geelong. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, the week before. I had to watch it on my phone at Hannah's parents because I couldn't find the little remote. And then Hannah got home. I was like, I can't find it. I've looked everywhere. And I looked under the couch in half a second and found it. And
Oh,
That's frustrating.
that sucks.
I'm going to go because you find the what was the other one?
Rude sales assistant.
That's I hate that. Rude sales assistants for me.
See,
Really?
Oh, man. Because especially because working in service for so long, that shits me.
So-
that's why I didn't like New York.
so I'm the person, right? If I go to a shop, I don't want to instantly be
No.
crowded. But if I'm there 5 minutes and clearly I need
If
some
I'm looking
help,
up and looking around,
make the move,
be aware.
right?
Be aware.
Make the move.
If I make eye contact with you,
All you need to do when
Don't
you're
worry.
working in a retail shop, all you need to do is greet them when they come in.
Eye
contact,
Hello.
And just say, if you need any help, let me know. And also just monitor them. Because like I walk into a woman's shop, clearly I'm not there for me to look.
I need help.
I need help straight away.
Yeah.
So go, bang,
Adam.
meet up.
they're just trying to be
No.
Gender-
Sometimes
gender
it's just too much.
respectful.
Yeah.
If I'm looking around, the other night we went to dinner. I won't say where. And every time, like, I put my water down
Because you're a pussy. Say where.
at Baltazar in the city. It's a nice restaurant. It's a nice restaurant. It's actually, I can mention it was nothing bad. But the second I put my glass down, like, she was over my shoulder filling it up again.
Yeah.
And I was
That's
just
too
like,
much.
Come on, like, is this
Too much.
I'm
You're in
thirsty.
that awkward spot where you're sitting there and you're like, you've got half a glass and you're like, no, that's not enough to top me up. I need to be a little bit lower. And when they're coming around with the wine specifically, and it's like they keep talking about, I don't know how much I've drunk.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know if I've had 2 glasses or 3 or 4.
Exactly.
Like,
you just had half glasses for an hour and a half, but I've had.
so I'm going to go rude sales assistants as well.
Wow, really?
That's why I didn't like the whole city of New York, was because of rude sales.
I had the remote so much more.
Yeah, but you always find it.
Okay.
Can't slap rude sales.
Biting the inside of your mouth or your tongue.
Oh,
Cheeks worse.
I did that last week.
And then-
Cheek,
Oh,
and then every time you.
and you just keep doing it.
Or versus when people hold a conversation in a doorway.
Nah, because I'll just go through them,
Yeah.
biting the cheek or the
Biting the cheek.
or tongue.
I think it's not necessarily annoying for the person walking through, because you can just go, excuse me. That it's when you come out of one place and someone's going, like, for example, men's bathroom, toilets, right? You're at work, you're coming out, another guy's coming in, probably haven't spoken all day, and then you start having a chat, just a
Stop
quick one.
there, yeah.
It's meant to be, how about those Hawks, right? But then the other guy like keeps going on,
Yeah,
and so
and
you end up having a 10-minute conversation outside the toilets,
And you still want to go
people are
in.
coming through,
Yeah.
and you're like, all right, wrap it up.
This is the thoroughfare. Let's
But
move on.
I think. What do you reckon?
The other one.
Tongue.
Tongue biting inside the mouth. is
Inside
worst
the
thing in
mouth,
world.
cheek.
And then it's swollen.
So
and then
I'll
every time you fucking eat, you keep doing
The
it.
next few
And you know what the
days
worst thing
I'll
is?
take it
Like
a
you
chunk.
bite your tongue at the table. And what's the matter? What's that? Did you bite your tongue? Are you all right? And you're like, just fucking shut up. My dad always used to do it. What's the matter? Did you bite your tongue? Does it hurt? Do we just stop asking questions? Damon. Pissed
Someone,
off.
someone can come up with a quick remedy for when you do bite your tongue or inside of your mouth. I have a feeling it's got to be ice block related. You got to suck an ice block just to reduce the.
Oh, I don't know, because when you pinch it as well.
Oh, sucks. All right, next
All right,
one.
next
roll.
up, parking fines
Oh,
versus burning your toast.
I don't eat toast.
parking fines
Parking
by
fines.
a country fucking mile. The amount of those I've copped.
I
over
set
the
my
years.
toaster to the lowest, always.
It's such a bullshit thing as
And
well.
work my way up.
It's parking.
Yeah, I know.
Why should you be fined? And you know, like, I just can't cop it.
Only parking fines that should be handed out like properly stringent. St. George's Terrace in the morning. So you know how they've got the no standing zone.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
7
no
to-
stopping.
You can't have people no
yeah,
stopping, right?
That
That's parking fine because that slows the
parking
traffic
somewhere
down.
you shouldn't park
Right.
is
But
warrants
if
a
you're
fine.
on a street, no one's there. That's not a fine worthy.
Yeah, if you
Give
don't
them a
put $3
chance.
or $4
You know,
in the fucking parking.
If
thing.
it's
Yeah.
if they're meant to be 2 hours and they're there 3 hours, relax.
Yeah.
If they're 6, give them a fine.
Yeah.
All
They're
right.
such entitled fuckwits as well. Every
Yeah.
single parking.
I hate it. You got to be a fuckhead to do that for a
Yeah.
job.
Shout out to all the
Yeah.
parking inspectors
No,
that
no, I
listen,
don't give a
listen to
shit.
this while you're writing tickets.
You have got to be unhappy with something in your life
Yeah.
to do that.
Yep. Next up, motorcyclists weaving in and out of traffic
I respect that.
versus predictive text getting it wrong.
Predictive text.
Nobody's ever said ducking.
Ducking hell. Chops has got to be predictive text. I look at people with motorbikes. It doesn't bother me. I look at that and go,
It doesn't bother me when we're stopped.
even if we're going, good on you. Because if the only thing, well, unless you fuck someone else up, but 90% of the time, if you come off, it's going to be on you.
Yeah, it's true.
So I'm jealous of you. I don't have the balls to do that. But I don't know if the risk is worth the reward.
I don't know, probably, yeah.
All right, another one. Having to shave, like when you need to, but you can't be fucked. Having to shave sometimes annoying. Or someone rings you, you miss it. Call them right back within
That one.
seconds.
That one.
But they don't pick
That
up.
one.
That one. By
Hannah.
a mile.
Hannah.
It's like, what happened in that 10 seconds?
Yeah, where are you?
that
Literally
can't answer
called
the phone
and like,
now?
Yeah,
You-
call phone, threw my
Bang,
phone out the
straight
window. Yeah. Didn't answer that, fuck it, and just threw the phone out the window.
Oh, that's a good one.
Shaving, I don't do. That's why I have a beard.
Yeah, neither do I.
That's why I started growing a beard, because I hated
I clip
shaving.
her once a week, but now I'd like to leave
Yeah, I
it
got a
little bit.
I clean up my neck with a little
So
manscape.
you got
now.
nice, solid fucker. I don't have it.
The mo's thicker than the rest of the beard.
Yeah, I know. It's planned.
All right, cars not stopping for you at zebra crossings.
So,
So
you
like
get,
when you're there,
When you're
you're
walking.
meant to get the right of way.
And they go through.
They just go through.
Yeah.
yeah, can't
Also,
say-
I'll let you leverage that onto at traffic lights where it's give way to the pedestrians walking across when you're turning left. You're meant to wait for the pedestrian and they just go straight
Sneak
through.
in. Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of times I've almost said, like, I wish
You
I
think?
could fight
I
him.
think I wish you'd hit me. I get my leg fixed, and you have to pay.
A
For
couple
it.
times, like, I've been with my son in his pram
Yeah. That would.
and, like, yeah.
Yeah. Say no more, fam.
I'll go. and the other one's versus waiting room at the doctor's. Now, on that, you go there for a 3 o'clock appointment,
and
you're not getting in there until 3:30 or 4 o'clock. What's the point of the appointment time?
4:17.
Mate, I was there the other week.
Fucking
I left
hell.
work, said, look, I'm just going to quickly go to the doctor. Beep. And I went there, booked for 2:30 or whatever, and I remember sitting there, and it was like an hour and 16 minutes or something like that. And I've been going there since I was 12 days old, all right? It's been the same fucking receptionist, Bernadette. And she lets the phone ring, and like you're just sitting there, and she just keeps conversation with you.
Yeah.
And he's like, answer the phone. Good afternoon, doctor.
Nah, doctors for me by a mile. There is nothing worse, and you can't really kick someone out of a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, I know.
Either you could try keep them on track, but if they've got genuine issues, you need as a doctor.
Well,
you got to go through all that shit.
My
How many
doctor's
issues? Go to the fucking emergency
a
room.
little bit more like, so when you book your appointment, you have to stipulate whether it's a standard consult
right,
or a long whatever. But even still, like, it's never on time.
Ever.
Not even close.
Not even close, Bruce.
No.
Right, waiting room wins that one. Next up, cyclists on the road.
That one, whatever the other one is. Unless the other one's dead puppies, it's cyclists.
Just got to find.
Cyclists.
People are asking questions when you're watching TV or a show or a movie.
Cyclists.
That
Shit
asking
me to
questions
fucking
is
tears.
annoying,
Nah,
though.
but I only watch TV with Hannah, really.
You're not doing the Tour de France. Get
Yeah.
the fuck off the road. No one wants you on the road. Don't care. I've got a lot of friends.
If you're going to ride on the road,
cyclists
no,
as
the
well.
worst is Saturday or Sunday mornings, especially when you go, like, when I used to go to work in Claremont from Scarborough along the coast. And I like, you can start, 7 or 8. So you're there quite early for a Sunday.
Yeah.
And there's 16 cyclists, but they're 16 wide. Like, they're all side by side. And it's like, you're on the main road.
Yeah.
Single file. What are you fucking doing? Like,
And they don't give a fuck.
they don't care.
Because they know they're protected. Every now and then they're going to get like a road rage guy.
I did it once. I screamed something out to one guy.
No, but not that. Not
What
that.
did you wait?
Not
And I
screaming
just went
out.
past. I was like, get off the fucking road or something like that. And then he caught up and he was like right next to me. And I was like, Hannah got angry at me. I was early in our relationship. I didn't do that again.
I didn't.
Okay, next up, foreign call centers,
Ugh.
speed cameras.
Speed cameras.
Speed cameras don't bother me. I don't speed.
Speed cameras. Fucking devil.
Foreign call centers bug me.
Yeah, that one. Hello,
but-
is that Damon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the worst is the pause now. Now you know it's a call center because there's like a couple second pause before they answer.
And
They
they've
get
all
to
got
pick
that
up
like
the call.
Filipino
You know,
American
like,
accent.
hello, this
When you
is
call
your-
up with
Hello,
an issue,
sir.
you go, yep. So like, this is what's happening, and then they go, I'm sorry that this is happening to. No,
Just stop reading your script.
just go.
Yeah. Keep moving.
Yeah.
Foreign call centers for sure.
Next up, getting a paper cut, spilling sauce or food on your shirt when you're out.
Spilling sauce or food on your shirt while you're out by a mile. How often do you guys get paper cuts? Once a blue.
I had one the
mate.
other day.
That's
not-
an office.
it's-
That's an office.
No,
I get other.
this was at
I'm
home.
covered in like acid burn cuts and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, bro.
Yeah.
So we're going with sauce.
Yeah.
Sauce on the shirt.
Sauce on the shirt.
You put on a couple of kilos.
Oh,
That's annoying. Versus
called life.
rude customers or clients.
Rude customers or clients. Rude customers or clients.
Rude customers or clients. I've been
Oh
dealing
my
with putting on
God.
weight my whole life.
By
See?
a mile.
Like at work, it's only happened like 2 weeks ago. Someone called up and said, I've not received any mail from you guys. I've never seen any correspondence because we moved firms, changed names. And, I just went, I wasn't going to take it. So I said, yes, you did. You received the mail and you received an email.
Sometimes the customer isn't fucking right.
No,
Adam.
I was just like, I said, like,
Yeah, I love
I
that.
said, lady, I said, you definitely got it. Like 100%. Because every single other client got the correspondence. Like you just did not get it. Like it's not you. Like you're telling me your mail address is right that we've got on our system and your email address is right. Right. It went to you. You just ignored it.
Yeah.
So don't blame it on anyone else other than
Beautiful. Definitely rude customers, especially after.
Rude, there's nothing worse. There's nothing
No.
worse.
Mate, I had a restaurant
Dealing-
in Claremont, bro.
Dealing in customer service as I am with my business.
Okay.
95% of clients are good.
No, but that's the thing. It's always a minority. But you have one in that day, it just kind of ruins a day.
Oh yeah, one bad customer
There was
ruins
one.
your day
There
a
was
lot
one in
more than.
particular. I actually told him I didn't want his money anymore.
Yeah,
and
it gets
pretty
to that
much fuck
point.
off. I said,
gets to that
"You're not
point.
worth it. You're draining all our resources.
Yeah. See you, mate.
You're not worth it." Gave him the flick. There's nothing better.
Yeah. Actually, you got to get rid of those people.
You got it. No, you got it. You got it.
You can't please everyone.
No.
Money's not worth it.
Okay, next up, you hang the washing out, then it rains. Versus people on Facebook and Instagram posting motivational quotes.
That
Annoys me. That
See-
100% annoys me. But
unless you're a fucking coach, business coach, or
not
motivational
even that,
speaker,
there's-
I don't need to hear any
but
motivational
it's
shit
crap
from people.
motivation. And it's always the Instagram models are the most guilty of this. They'll put up a picture of themselves in half naked and whatever, and then at the bottom live life fiercely. No,
Dance like no one's watching.
No.
Sing like no
Shut
one's
up.
listening. And
no,
it's like you got your tits out in your G-string with a coconut. What's that got to do with any of that? Nah, see, that doesn't bother because unfollow them. They're hanging the washing out. I don't have a dryer at home, so hanging the washing out. Especially last 20 days, it's rained consecutively.
Yeah,
so
that ain't
dry.
happening.
Need
You
a
need,
dryer.
you need a washer dryer. That's what you should get. That's
So
what
I-
I got in my apartment. That's the best thing ever.
yeah, I saw that at your apartment.
Fucking phenomenal. And I thought the dryer would be shit. Nah. A grade.
I'm buying one.
This is my favorite one. I don't think I don't know if it's going to win, but it's my favorite one because it should trigger some stories. Your delivery gets lost in the mail.
Don't even
versus being stuck in traffic.
Oh, that's a
Good
tough
matchup.
one.
But Damon, getting a delivery lost.
I bought
You've
some
recently-
shorts.
Wait. We never followed up with that. What the
Yeah,
fuck
we don't
happened
know.
there?
We need to know if there's been.
What happened there?
Build the story up, Damon.
I bought shorts. It was like a pair of Rugrats shorts. Saved by-
What site? Tell the site.
one of those Instagram fucking places, Red Barn. I don't know. It's one of
Fake
those
site.
Instagram ads for shorts. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just get it. $85 or something. No, it was a bit more than that. And it'd been like a month. And I was like, I messaged him. I was like, hey, what's going on? They're like, oh yeah, sorry, it's just COVID. I was like, yeah, sweet. And then it was like, I forgot about him a little bit. Another month, and I was like, what's going on? They're like, oh, our your shorts have been returned by the courier because they have been damaged. And I was like,
Shorts.
and I wrote back, I was like, when were you going to tell me this? Like, if I didn't message you, and also how are shorts damaged? And they're like, thank you for your response. We apologise for any inconvenience, and that was it. And I was like, no. I was like, what do you mean? Like, how do they get? I said, unless they get burnt, or unless someone stabbed them and like sliced them, you can't damage shorts.
Yeah.
You can throw them around on the post. Like, where I said, were they ever delivered? Like, and it just became this whole thing.
Just a bit of backlog. Damon told this story in a previous podcast.
No,
No,
I
he
didn't.
hasn't.
No,
He
I
hasn't.
didn't. I told everyone
He
off
told
air.
us.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, you got to get some of the emails out.
This is fucking classic,
So you went
man.
back and forth with this scam artist.
Man, for so long. I
How many emails?
It got to the
Read out
point
some
where
of the emails.
it got to the point where I only just kept doing it because I was like, this is just fun now. Right? For 185 US.
So where was it? Was it a US based company or we're talking Filipinos?
Nah,
This
it's
gotta
not
be
a US based company.
A
No way.
Chinese-based website.
Yeah, and they were just scammed. They just got cool designs, sucked people in like me. Man, it was so long ago as well. I can't even find it. Keep going, I will find it.
That is hilarious.
It just got frustrating because every time I'd say anything, like I'd write a big spiel, thank you for your inquiry, value customer. We apologise. And I was just like, stop messaging me this
explain
bullshit.
how shorts are damaged.
And just wouldn't do it. And then
And then he went on about
our
his
PayPal
business.
is down. Our refund, we can't access our
That
refunds
was
at
the
the moment. And I was
Well,
like,
Damon, this is our business. We take these
yeah.
very seriously.
And I was like, I hope your business never sells another product and makes another cent ever again because this has been the worst customer service I've ever dealt with. I was so angry. I was like, you should be ashamed of yourself, all this sort of stuff. I was like, thank you, dear customer. And I was like, fuck this. I was like, I'm never going to get my money back. So I ended up getting my money back through PayPal.
so you did get.
I put in
So
an
you went
inquiry.
straight to PayPal.
Yeah, and then I messaged them back. I said, that wasn't very hard, was it? They're like, you have your money now. What's your problem? And I was just like,
Did you really?
I said,
So PayPal took the money off them.
Yeah, PayPal.
I don't.
Yeah,
Because PayPal, you get protection.
So how did he? Because I was going to say,
That's why
but
you
I was going to
always
say, how did that bloke even know you got your money back?
because
He wouldn't have. He probably would have actually. In the
Yeah,
end, but
they
then
would have gone,
I messaged him saying, "Well, that wasn't so hard," or something like that. And then just the way he was like, ended it with like, "Yeah, you have your money now. What's the problem?" And I was like, "I'm going to take 5 minutes before I write back." I was like, "Because there's no point in writing back."
We got to read
Where'd you
through
write
those
back?
emails.
I think he's blocked me or something. 'Cause I can't find the emails.
100%.
That's so.
I have to
fucking
find them.
funny.
But that's what these fraud artists do. Is that they go on a tangent. They
Yeah,
get money,
keep you going, keep you
right,
going.
They keep you going, keep you going. Normally they stop once they get the money, but in his case, he was like just kept dragging you on.
And then I
dragging
started
you on.
asking, I was like, "You're having so much fun right now, are you? You're like just dragging me along with this bullshit." And then I could have made the inquiry to PayPal, but I got to the point where I was just like messaging back. I was like, "Hey, my phone cooler." And then he just like, "Thank you for your thing." And I was like, but it wasn't automated. Like it wasn't just an automated reply. Everyone was a bit different. And then I wrote back to him once. I was like, "Thank you for your," like mimicked him. And then he just sent it back. And I was like, I'm in a fucking twilight zone. I was like, just give me, and then it got to the point, I was like, man, just give me the shorts or give me my money. He's
it must-
we don't have the shorts in stock. I'm like,
Yeah.
then give me my money. Like, what's going on?
That's what 100% would have happened. They lost. They didn't have stock of the shorts, and he didn't want to
That's
get
what I
the
said to
sale
him.
back.
I said, you never sent them, did you? And he just ignored it. I was like, you fucking piece of shit.
damaged, shorts damaged.
They were damaged by the courier.
So
what, in a fucking fire?
Yeah.
Or did he go in a blender? Because even if they went in the ocean, they'd be fine.
Well, if they got damaged, he's got insurance. Well, normal business.
Yeah, but like
Except this guy-
he never had stock of them, and
Nah, he's never had any shorts
I don't
in
think
stock.
he's got any shorts. I think he just
No.
makes a sale, and then
Yeah.
hopefully there's such small value that someone just gives up. So normally, like you go on that email.
I
tangent,
kind of did give up, but then I was
reckon-
having fun.
like let's say for every 10 people that are doing that, let's just say 6 do what you do and just
Yeah.
keep going, and then eventually get their money back. The 4 just go, oh fuck this shit.
Yeah, and there you go. He's
But he's
made
got 4. He's got-
$400
he's made
there or
400
whatever.
bucks,
Yeah.
that's fucking nuts. Yeah, definitely that one.
All right, so delivery lost.
delivery
Yeah,
loss.
fuck that company.
That's so.
It got
funny.
it's just frustrating because there's nothing I could do about it.
That's so.
He was just
fucking
probably in
funny.
some little island in Bora Bora or something, just going, fuck this guy.
Next one, slow walkers in the shopping center or anything like this, and they
Yeah.
and they normally like taking up like 3.
Yeah,
three.
that's
three
the
people.
worst when they do that. When
And
they
you
go
can't
white. It's like
overtake.
cyclists.
Yeah, forgetting your password, and then resetting it, putting
Slow
a new
walkers.
password, and they go can't be the same.
Oh,
as the
no,
old
that
one.
happened. So I have
Getting
3.
password by a mile.
I have 3 passwords that I rotate through. It's always one of those 3.
Yeah,
I'm
same
good.
as me.
Slow walkers. Fuck them.
Slow walkers. People who take up 2 parking spaces versus slow Wi-Fi.
Slow Wi-Fi.
Slow
How often do you
Wi-Fi
see
for me.
same?
I got
taking
Telstra
two-
data, mate. I'm always on data.
Slow Wi-Fi is very frustrating.
Yeah, especially in today's day and age.
All right, we've passed our first round.
Jesus.
On to the second round. Stubbing your toe versus missing the bus.
Stubbing your toe.
Toe.
Stubbing toe. Rude sales assistants versus biting your tongue inside your mouth.
Oh, I feel like I have to bite my tongue when I have a rude sales assistant.
I'm going biting my tongue.
I'm going rude sales assistant.
See, rude sales assistant will ruin my next 20 minutes,
Yeah.
but biting your tongue or your cheek can ruin your next week.
Yeah.
I'm going to tongue or bite, tongue or
Tongue.
lip, cheek,
Definitely.
whatever.
Parking fines. Predictive text.
But parking fucking fines. They are the bane of
See, I
my
don't
existence.
get parking fines anymore.
I had $5,500 worth of parking fines
pay
while
that
I was
off?
at Brooklyn. Oh, yeah,
How
parking
long did it
behind,
take you?
behind the restaurant we paid $160,000 a year for. We still didn't
That's
even get a pay.
so
So,
ridiculous.
wait, they kept fining you
Yeah.
for parking
'Cause
behind your restaurant.
I'd pull up, I have stock in my car, empty the stock quickly in the restaurant, then you kind of just get busy. The phone rings, and then
Yeah.
before you know it, you open up, and then before you know it, it's a lunch rush, and you're like, oh, my car, and you go out there, it's like, and the guy knew who I was. It
That's
was the same
so
guy.
fucked.
And I
That's
told him,
so
something
fucked.
like, come in, give me a heads up, I'll come move it.
Yeah.
Come get a coffee every
What
day
would
or
he
whatever.
mean?
Like
What
just,
what he would,
and then I remember even one day a delivery guy pulled up, got out of your driver's seat, went around to the passenger side, grabbed one carton of like drink or something. It was only one carton, I remember. Walked back around, gave it to me, goes, see you, man, turned around, and he was getting written a fine just because he'd pulled up there. He was just a dick.
Oh, you got it.
He's such a dick.
Parking
I ended up
inspectors-
losing it. I ended
Parking
up
inspectors on the top 3 worst
people.
Yeah.
You gotta not be happy with your life. To want to, you could go get a job anywhere else. You could go
Yeah.
work in a factory. You
but
could work at
even, like,
fucking
even-
McDonald's.
Even if I was to be a parking inspector, I'd give people a lot more leeway.
You'd think, but
But then it has to come down to they have quotas.
They have 100%
They have to meet their quotas. Because otherwise, I won't give anyone a fine. Fuck
Mate,
that.
I paid
As
for
long
his
as they're
fucking-
not blocking traffic, like blocking like emergency.
Adam, you got to think everyone's got to pay for their seat. Why would the council hire someone that's not giving
I
out
get it.
fines?
That's why I said it, Chop.
Love it.
yeah, but give me some credit. I was fucking paying you rent. You know, it was a
That's pathetic.
small business.
How the fuck do you not have a parking bay?
we had they gave us one, and it was like upstairs 2 buildings over. I'm like,
Yeah.
mate, do you know how busy I am? Like, I sometimes have to duck out and pick something up. Like, anyway,
Missed call.
they don't answer back.
Waiting room at the doctor's.
I
Missed
don't go to
call.
the doctors that often.
Missed
I'm
call
gonna
for
get a
me.
missed call.
Miss call.
Cyclists on the road.
Cyclist.
Foreign call centres.
Cyclist.
Cyprus.
I reckon cyclists are going to win
So
there.
just hang up on the fucking. Hello, sir. Are you interested in upgrading
Sauce
your
on your
package?
shirt.
Sauce on the shirt.
Rude customers. I reckon it's
Rude
rude customers.
customers
Rude customers.
by a mile.
Yeah, rude customers.
There's nothing worse than people speaking to you
Yeah.
like you're an arsehole.
You can change your
when
shirt.
they've got no reason for it.
Instagram influencers.
Live, laugh,
Delivery
love.
gets lost.
Delivery.
Delivery.
Oh, there's going to be a tight battle at the end because there's a couple that I'm like,
Slow walkers, slow Wi-Fi.
slow walkers.
Wi-Fi.
I'm going to go walkers.
Yeah.
All right. Next stage. Stubbing your toe. Biting your tongue.
The tongue.
I reckon
Tongue.
the stubbing
Oh, it
the toe
depends how
definitely hurts more.
Stubbing toe happened a lot more.
Stubbing
when I was
toe
younger.
hurts more, but a bad bite of the cheek or the tongue compared to a bad...
Yes, bad
But
bite.
it's there. You're right with the bite. It's there for a while. So your next few days of eating.
Suck.
Hot food hurts. Yeah, I'm going to biting.
And then biting it again.
Yeah, rebiting that, and then you just... Oh, that's the worst.
But don't
That's
you
the fucking
find that
worst.
when you're eating, you usually chew on one side of the mouth? Like you'll just gravitate towards one side.
I just put enough in at one time that it takes up the whole mouth.
All that. But normally, like you go to one side.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And then you try to re-go to left because you've bitten the inside
Yeah.
of there. So you try to go to the other side,
And it's like kicking with your left foot.
and it just goes back the other way.
You just can't help it.
What have we settled on? Tongue.
Tongue, lip, cheek. I think cheek's the worst.
Parking fines. Missed call.
Parking fines by a mile.
Parking fine.
I was going to say missed call.
Nah.
Parking fine.
Especially when, like, if you've called that person and then they take a while, they call you back and you miss it and you straight away and then they don't. So you never want to take my call, don't you?
Yeah. I know your game.
Cyclists. Rude customers.
Rude customers.
Cyclists.
Rude customers. Oh, really?
But not all cyclists, those cyclists.
You can't cop cyclists that bad.
Man.
Fuck.
See, cyclists for me, it's normally only a Saturday morning thing or a Sunday morning. So during the week, you don't really see them on the road.
Oh, no, I do.
No, you see them, but it's normally just one.
Yeah.
So you hardly ever see a group.
I'm sorry.
They just shit me. They
Rude
get me.
customers can
I'm
ruin
going
your
rude
entire
customers.
day.
It's fair enough.
Okay, delivery lost. Slow walkers.
Delivery lost.
All right, biting your tongue. Parking fines.
Biting your tongue.
I'm going, I'm going biting my tongue.
Yeah. Just
Really
a bad
am.
biting your
I
tongue.
literally did it last week, and I just could not get out of my... Like, I was at Rockpool Sunday for the old man's birthday. I was eating a nice fucking beautiful steak, and I was being so fucking careful because I was like, all it's going to take is one little out to the side, and I'm going to
do
bite... No, I didn't. I was so careful.
So you say a parking fine's $80. If I bit my tongue, if I could pay $80 to not have bitten my tongue, I'd pay the $80 every time. I'd rewind and go,
It chops right. Like it ruins the next meals.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you can't like savor it. You have to like slowly chew.
Yeah, and I'm a fast eater. I'm a
Extremely fast.
Neanderthal when I eat.
So that was tongue. Tongue's in the grand final.
Oof.
All right.
That is huge.
The other matchup, rude customers, delivery lost.
Oh, rude customers for me. That's
Rude customer.
it's delivery lost. You're always going to get it resent or something money back. Rude customers, you can't hit them.
Yeah.
Grand final. Biting your tongue inside of your mouth versus rude customers.
So intriguing. So polar opposite things.
All right, Damon. I reckon you've probably dealt with more rude customers than both of us. If you had a day where you had one rude customer versus a day where you bit your tongue, let's just say it's a Monday. How's your rest of your week?
See, that's the thing. By say 9 a.m. rude customer, all it's going to take is 3 or 4 more good customers, and I'm going to be in a good mood.
Yeah.
If I bite my tongue at 9 a.m., my lunch is shit. Monday, my lunch is shit. Monday night, dinner is shit. Tuesday shit. Nah, and then you're constantly like sucking on like, the tongue or for me the cheek. The cheek's the worst.
Cheek.
That little corner.
Fucking tongue.
And then when you get it again,
Cheek. It's
that feeling when you get it
second time
again.
round, and you're like,
What's the matter? What's the matter?
I reckon
Don't you find like when you've done it, when you normally do it really quickly after again? So you know you've done it.
And you're like, I haven't done this for 7 years, and I've just done it twice in an hour and a half.
because it's swollen. That's why
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
swollen.
You're like,
And
oh.
it's sticking out.
But
And
you know you've done it, but you just still don't compensate for it.
Yeah, I'm going that.
So, Chot, what was yours?
I'm going rude customers.
Down to you.
That to me is just such a big sticking point. It can make or break you.
See, I don't deal with that many rude customers anymore because I actually,
Do you find it easier to deal with rude people on email rather than
I just don't normally. I don't take it anymore. Like I'm not in a business. Like it's service, customer service, but it's not. It's also like you're calling me for my help,
yeah.
so you shouldn't be
And to
rude,
be more cutthroat as well.
right? Yeah, but it's like you shouldn't be. If
Yeah.
you're calling me for advice, like why would you then be rude to me?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like I don't have that many.
Yeah,
So it's like, well, and if you're going to be rude, like what's the point?
Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
So I'm going to go with the tongue.
Oh, that's a solid win because that absolutely sucks.
Do you know what would have beaten the tongue for me if you had it on there? A brain freeze. I hate a brain freeze.
See, but for me, the brain freeze goes.
Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't. So like,
And you know what? I haven't had a brain freeze since I was a teenager.
because he hasn't got a brain. I remember Brennan used to give himself brain freezes just so that way he could feel the relief of a brain freeze fading because he reckons that outweighed how bad a brain freeze was. And that always blew my mind. So have you got any questions this week?
We do, gents. We got some for you.
And after the questions, we're just going to do a little preview into the NFL season. It's still about 7 weeks away, but there's 8 divisions.
That's nothing.
All right. So we're just going to break down one division a week.
Damon's going to bore us out of our
Until
brains.
that.
No, I'm not bored. I like it.
I'm sorry. I know he puts time and effort into it. I'm
doesn't
just
appreciate what you
stirring.
do.
I'm just stirring. We can't wait for
It's all right.
I'm going
it's
to
all
look
right.
at him.
When he wants to do
Co-host.
something,
Co-host.
when he wants to do something important.
Yeah.
No, I just did it to shit stir.
We'll talk about Biggie Smalls hubcaps getting auctioned again. Or the time you threw glass at a fucking... threw windows at a glass factory.
Yeah. Oh,
Tell that again.
John, what are the questions?
Suck.
Hurry up.
Don't suck. Okay. So someone's asked for some dating advice from you, Damon. Can
Why
you give
Damon
it-
specifically?
We're going to go from Damon to Russo to me. Go, Damon. Some dating advice.
What, just general advice?
Just general
Okay,
dating
let's just say
advice.
is first date with a person. What you do what you do, and I'll do you don'ts.
You do. You be polite to servers and everyone else around you, the ushers, if you go to the movies, the person you buy a ticket from, whatever.
I like that.
Be nice to those people. You get the door. It's old school chivalry and stuff, little things, but
Get the bill.
you get the bill, on question. Text back after the date.
Yes.
Yeah, just a quick.
Would
saying,
you-
Did you get home okay? That was a good night, whatever.
What did you drop them off home? Do you do that the next
No, you
day?
just
Or say good
have
night?
a good time.
If you drop them off home, you wait
The next
until
day.
they go inside the house and the door is closed before you drive off.
Yep, true.
If you drop them off, or
Drop
if you're
them
in an
off.
Uber.
Yep.
And it's on the first date, pull out. Because you don't want first date kids.
So you got to dress sharp, I reckon. Not
you
sharp,
dress good,
sharp.
smell good.
No, you have to dress like a suit.
No, but just clean.
Look clean.
Smell good.
Yeah. Wash your hair.
Wash your hair.
Alright,
The
I like
don'ts
that.
for me,
Yeah.
don't talk about yourself too much.
Ask questions.
Ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
Be attentive. You know, you just make sure you make them feel important. And also don't be afraid of the silence, but don't leave it too silent. So like, you know how like you finish a topic, you have a laugh, there might be a little bit of lull. Like don't then just keep bombarding.
That's true.
But also don't leave it too long.
Don't get too pissed unless you're both getting pissed.
Yeah.
I don't
Then-
think you can on your first date. Don't
But
get
yeah,
pissed.
sometimes the situation happens. You end up doing, I don't know.
Have a good bottle of wine. You always get to tipsy. I don't think you get to
Yeah.
pissed.
I don't know. Some people might party on afterward and then whatever. That's a very
My
rare.
last,
Chop.
my last first date was great.
Last first date.
My last first date.
That you did. Yeah, you
That I
executed
did.
it well.
We did it real well.
Well, talk us through what you did.
Well, I can't. We went to dinner, had a nice bottle of wine. It was in Cottesloe. Great night. Good
Did you
chat.
let her choose the wine or did you choose it?
No, we got the house red. Just keep it
Alright.
simple. And then
Always get the second
had some
second
fun.
cheapest bottle of red.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, if you're on a date and you've probably been to that restaurant before because you chose it, do you take the initiative and do the ordering? Or do you let them choose?
I reckon mixture. If you know the restaurant,
Yeah.
definitely, because that can impress them.
Ask them what they like. Yeah.
yeah.
Just say, look,
Just don't order like.
Is that-
if
Don't
they
go,
like,
just leave it to me, but get the
yeah,
input. Get some
they're
input.
likely going to ask you for your opinion.
like, for example, I usually like getting olives at entree. At this particular one, she didn't like olives, so you don't order.
Well,
them.
she doesn't have to fucking eat them. I'm still going to eat those.
But
and
no,
bread.
We had a great night,
Yeah.
good fun. Ended up having fun in the backseat of the car. But that's for another day.
I always had a restaurant that I would take the majority of my first dates to. It was a Japanese place in the city. It's no longer there. But it was always, because I was impressed. No one else knew about it.
Was that Jun?
Nah, not Jun.
Jun was fucking
No,
good.
it was the one
Is that
on
still
It
around?
was the one on Pier, yeah. It was
Yeah.
the one on Pier Street. And they used to do the best, I can't remember what it was
Was it-
called. Yucky nickel beef, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And every single girl was impressed. I reckon they took like 3 or 4 there. But every single one of them was like, wow. And then told
So
all
I
their
don't
friends about it.
I wasn't a big restaurant first date or anything. I don't think. I
Where'd
had
you
too many-
go? Movies?
I think I had too many date dates.
You do not go to the movies on a first date.
No, that's
That's
don't go to
the
the
dumbest
movies.
thing.
Don't go to movies.
Not first
You have
date.
to talk to them. You can't.
First
go to
date, you
movies.
talk, you get to know
Yeah.
them, and then maybe second or third when there's a
Come
movie
on.
you're both
Yeah.
interested in.
Yes.
then
If
you
you're
go.
interested in them, but you're not interested in them, and you don't really want to talk to them, take them to movies.
Just don't go on the fucking date.
No, just because you need to do that activity to get to the next stage.
My only advice is quite simply be you. Because at the end of the day, if you're not you, it's going to come out
Yeah,
later on
exactly
down the
right.
track anyway. And then you're not probably going to get the attraction that you want anyway.
Yeah.
So be
That's
you.
right.
If it works, it works. If it doesn't,
You do you.
on to the next. Someone else has written in here, AFL fantasy chat. I got knocked out of fantasy this week. So there's your AFL fantasy
Chop's
chat.
not making it out of the
Fucking
finals.
bullshit. If I'd have played someone I had on the bench, I would have beaten
Didn't
Monty.
you guys have a bet?
The who finishes at top?
Yeah, was there a bet
Probably.
this year? No.
I don't know. We didn't. We haven't done that. The bet was saving
it's
for the
convenient 'cause
NFL.
He's lost it.
Yeah, for the first time this year. For the first time since we started doing fantasy again,
was 2
I'm
years
not in
ago.
the finals. so what? Anyway, there's your fantasy chat. Fuck it. Who did Chiari lose his virginity to?
Oh, do you remember the name?
Yeah, I'm not
I
saying
remember
her.
my one's name, Monica.
Monica.
That was
Little Israeli bird.
yes, I know.
Mazel tov.
She probably
Um,
not probably not listening.
I'm not
but
going to say mine.
on
but
the beach as well.
Yes,
Not good.
not good. Not good at all.
Beach is not good.
Beach is never good for
You
sex.
Not for
get
the first
sand
time.
everywhere.
Yeah.
You
No.
know,
What was your
um,
first name on?
don't remember.
Yeah, all right, bullshit.
I remember mine, but all I can say is it happened in the backseat of a car. Very cliche.
Nice.
Was it
Very-
CRV?
Yeah. So there's a bit more room. Plenty of cliche. That's it for fan questions this week. So thank you guys. Keep sending them through. We'll get to them. The only other one's from Rob Sharp, Chiari, to sing a song.
No.
I'll sing you a song when I call you next time, buddy.
Yucky.
yucky. All right,
All right,
Loshy. Damon.
We need an intro.
Guys.
We're running out of time
No,
now. Chop's obviously in a hurry.
Fuck Chop.
Chop's in a hurry.
Sorry, let me set the tone for you.
No.
He's got his notepad. He's put a lot of
Excellently.
time of effort into this,
Must
guys.
I say, best handwriting in the group.
He does have best handwriting in the
Chop's-
group. Don't even.
He's not even honest. Mine's crap.
Childish.
But
I'm going to go back and forth with Adam on this. You can go to sleep if you want.
don't
let's-
be like
we need
that.
an intro.
8 divisions.
We need an intro.
Damon.
So we've got 8 divisions until, 8 weeks, 7 weeks I think it is now. I think it might only be
First
7.
week of September.
Yeah, I think we're down to 7 weeks because, anyway.
Oh, God. We're going to have to listen to 2 of these.
Not this week. I'll say you have to do 2 in 1 week, obviously.
All right. Who we got first week?
NSC North.
NSC North.
My predictions.
Go through the
read,
teams.
as I read them out, this is where I think they're going to finish.
Okay, go.
Green Bay,
Oh, yeah.
Chicago,
Yeah.
Minnesota,
Yeah.
and then Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Pretty stock
That's it.
standard there.
I think that's fair enough.
So Green Bay,
Yes.
Roos.
Yes.
It all depends on one thing and one thing only.
If Rogers plays for him.
Is he going to play?
Can I interject?
He's playing.
I think he's going to be a holdout early in the camps.
Can I interject quickly? Just a bit of information.
I thought you
for
were not
guys.
in this conversation.
No, I am. I'm just giving him shit. This off-season, the Packers offered Aaron Rodgers a 2-year contract extension that would have tied him to Green Bay for 5 more seasons and made him the highest-paid QB in to play football.
Yeah.
Rodgers declined the offer.
Yeah, well,
He doesn't want to be there, obviously, but he's not going to hold out. He's going to play this year, I think.
He's got to play.
I think he'll play, but I don't think he'll be there like the first. I think they've started preseason.
They've done OTAs,
Have they got
and they went away for now. So the only teams that have started now are Dallas and Pittsburgh because they're playing in the Hall of Fame game, which is the week before preseason. So they play 4 preseason games this year.
Yeah.
And then Tampa Bay are also back
Yep.
because they play week 1 and because I guess
Interesting to see
Okay,
how
so
they- yeah.
I reckon he doesn't come up to the first couple of weeks.
no, but he plays week 1 though.
He plays week 1.
because they're in trouble if he doesn't.
No, look, any of these teams, if their starting quarterback drops, pretty much, they're
So you reckon he doesn't do any preseason games?
well, they
Probably
normally
not
wouldn't.
preseason games. No, he
Normally,
probably wouldn't
the,
anyway.
the starting quarterback
he
only does
might
like
go
one series
in the
Yeah.
4th game.
Yeah, but just like one series and then he's
Because
out.
I think Green Bay are only good because of him. Not
Yes.
only,
I
but he's
1,000% agree with that.
so you take him out and put Jordan Love in, they're nowhere near.
No, 100%. And,
Not
that,
like-
and look, you take Daniel Jones out of the New York Giants,
Yeah.
they're probably not as good.
Ugh.
And that's saying something.
Wow. Hang on, Adam. Please.
You take Dak Prescott out of Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
The thing
Definitely
about
not good.
Packers as well, one thing I know as well, again, they didn't address the weapons in the draft.
No.
They just go a little bit, like they just
See,
spread out.
I think
Secondary-
they're taking the approach is like if we put all these weapons around Rodgers, then he leaves. The weapons are useless without a quarterback.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but he wouldn't fucking leave if he had the weapons. He'd stay for another 5 seasons.
He is
It
just
started- it started
he's
when they-
using this like this stuff about him, the front office not listening to him, as a reason to satisfy the broader public. I think he just doesn't want to be in Green Bay anymore.
No, same.
He wants to be in California,
Yeah.
closer to his missus, who's
His missus an actress.
actress, and he probably has ambitions about being in the bigger, like in terms of the bigger market, all that stuff. He wants to go there. Like he's not leaving Green Bay to go to Cincinnati, like
or
it's not-
Buffalo.
right?
Why wouldn't you trade
He
him,
wants to go to a big market.
But where's he go?
Well,
Go
the
to
only
one of
place
LA
I can
teams.
think of
Or Vegas.
is, well, for one, like Chop said, Las Vegas Raiders.
They
I wouldn't
sell-
do this, but the San Diego Chargers, I wouldn't trade.
No, why would you have Herbert? You don't
Herbert.
need-
No.
But,
got-
you know,
got your franchise
I
there.
know,
But instantly, you see Herbert's. Oh, you maybe could do it this year. But
He's
if you
a
get
good
if you
QB.
get Rodgers, any team in the comp besides pretty much Tampa Bay, Rodgers is better than their quarterback. No, Mahomes as well. So besides
Yeah.
2 teams, he's better than every other
I
quarterback.
say I don't think he goes to Chargers because I don't think they're an Aaron.
I don't
Rodgers.
think so either,
No,
I'm
but I'm saying like I don't think they're an Aaron Rodgers away from a Super Bowl.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I
He
agree.
goes
You'd
somewhere.
say the same, mate.
San
You just said about Green
Francisco.
Bay. But they were a 1 win away from a Super Bowl.
That's the other thing. He's only got 1 Super Bowl.
Yeah. San Francisco.
All right, we're back on the NFC.
Yeah, I know.
North.
That's the thing. If Trey Lance doesn't work out,
He could definitely go there.
Now, Damon, you didn't have any surprises in your ranking.
No.
no, because I think Chicago are going to be okay. I think
Yeah, but that's not a surprise. Like they're Minnesota, Chicago, about
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah. So Chicago, as a Giants fan, I hope they do bad because we get their first round draft pick next year.
Yes.
For the whole Justin Fields swap. They're insisting on going with Andy Dalton. They reckon he's QB1.
Has to be for the
not
first.
good. That's he has,
to be for the first few
initially
games.
because is it Fields?
Yes,
Yeah.
Justin Fields.
Fields is not ready.
Ohio
to start.
State QB.
See, if you're going to sit him and do the Mahomes thing behind Alex Smith for the year, that's all well and good, but Andy Dalton's not Alex Smith.
Also, they didn't know Mahomes at the time. Like they knew he was going to be their starting quarterback, but they didn't know he was going to be that good.
Yeah, they didn't know he was going to be Mahomes.
Otherwise, you would have started him straight away.
But you give him the opportunity to ease into it because Andy Dalton's still going to do some type of job. You might go 50-50, 2 and 2 or something like that. But it protects Fields, allows him to grow into it a bit more.
I think just throw him in. I'd like to see him just get
He's a
thrown
good QB.
I think they will quarter of the way through the season.
Yeah.
in at some stage. You're going to see him for
No,
sure.
I think what they'll do is they'll obviously wait if Dalton gets injured, and then or if the team's struggling.
Here's my thing. Andy Dalton had probably one of the best offensive weapons last year because he played the majority season for the Cowboys. Did
but
jack
you
shit.
had no line, though.
We had no line, but he still had weapons. Didn't really do much.
See, Chicago aren't that bad. Like they had an average year last year. 2 years ago, he's coach of the year. Mitch Trubisky was a fucking Pro Bowler.
The defense is still good.
They still got Khalil Mack there.
Right.
He's still a beast.
They're
So,
still if they have a decent offense, they're a chance at the playoffs.
yeah, I think so too.
But they're a wild card. They're not a division winner.
I can't. I'm sort of. It's one of the teams I'm interested in because they can either be a surprise and go 12 wins, or they can get 6 wins.
We got special news. Joe's just had his little girl.
Amazing work,
Lola Rose D'Alessandro. Congratulations, buddy. Born
Lola.
1:55 p.m. this afternoon.
Beautiful.
Mum's doing well. Congratulations, Peppy.
It's amazing news. I know what he's gone through. It's a great experience. The greatest in his life.
That's
You're
fantastic.
really trying to derail this segment, HO.
No, but I just saw it pop up. You've got to give him big congrats.
Which means you're on your phone while we're in the podcast as
Yeah.
well. So, yeah.
Damon, what other nuggets you got for us in the NFC North?
Minnesota. I think this is Cousins last year now.
So you reckon he's done?
Not
He's got
done.
a big contract though.
He's got a big contract and all that, but he's just he's almost.
Yeah, but they can't keep him on as a backup QB on that
No,
contract.
they'll move. I think they'll move him. I think he'll get something. Who's going to take the contract though?
So he has to play well to get another team,
It's a lot of money for no results with Cousins.
or they just have to stick fat.
If Dalvin Cook doesn't do what he did last year, they're fucked.
If
Anyway.
he carried them to that little bit of glimmer of hope
I
they had.
reckon see,
Yeah.
Minnesota they're not the easiest team to play against. They got some good
Yeah.
both sides of the ball, but with Minnesota, what will happen if they have a shit year? They will draft a QB.
They already did last year. They got Kellen Mond in the 3rd round.
Yeah, but that's not.
You know what I mean? That's why.
I'm talking like
if we have to see Kellen Mond this year at any stage because of form, Cousins is done.
okay. So, but what I'm saying is, if the Vikings have a top 5 draft pick, they will pick a QB. Even if they still stick with Cousins, but they'll have a QB on a rookie
definitely,
contract,
because how often you get a
so they
top
can
5?
carry him.
Yeah, exactly.
and then
What do they
they'll
get?
phase him in.
What do they get for Diggs?
They got the draft pick for Jefferson.
Yeah.
So they won that.
That was a like for
they
like.
got
They got a younger receiver who's as good.
That's another thing about them is Justin Jefferson's ready to go off again. I think he was very unlucky
He's
not
elite.
to get.
That's why,
So losing
they're
Diggs is not
still
a big deal.
They can be potentially. That wouldn't surprise me if they're like 11-6 or 10-7.
See, that's why for me, this is Cousins. Like he needs to get minimum that. He needs to be minimum 10, 11 wins. Otherwise, we getting paid for
Well, he's
He's on like
30-40 million.
yeah,
a
big
lot,
money.
and it's all guaranteed.
He's always done the franchise tag, hasn't he?
No, see, he went from Redskins and then they get Washington and then Vikings gave him that fully guaranteed like $84 million contract.
That's
that was
fucking nuts.
Fuck. Yeah. Detroit, the Lions,
Stink again.
New coach who
Dan Campbell,
seems like he's on steroids 24/7. A little bit excited.
but I think they're going to get the number 1 pick in next year's draft. I think next year they'll take a QB. I think Goff looked average at times at the Rams, and the Rams are very well coached. Like, they're a good team. I think he's going to look really bad in Detroit.
Yeah.
Goff, I reckon he's going to really struggle, and I reckon the Lions might win 2 games.
See,
this
for
year.
me, is like that coach stacks up as someone who's like he's going to get an instant reaction.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? First
We're
couple
going to bite their
games,
kneecaps
they're gonna
off.
play hard.
Moses Dan Campbell.
right?
Yeah.
But that wears off.
Yeah.
I reckon max by halfway point through the season, they're going to real tail hard. Because a lot of those players will get tired of that.
Yeah.
And you can't just go into a locker room and just bark.
Yeah.
You
doesn't
can't
work.
coach them like college football.
They did
Right.
take Penei Sewell, though, who was my favourite non-QB of the draft last year.
Yeah.
But the
I know
thing
that.
is that Detroit's rebuilding, so we're not expecting them to win more.
Yeah, but you
than
can't
4 or 5
rebuild if
games.
you can only rebuild if you've previously been built.
Did they keep Gallo? Is it Galloway?
No, Kenny Golladay.
Golladay.
No, he's at-
He went to you guys.
He's at the Giants now. So that's
He's
it.
a
They
blue
lose
man.
Golladay.
Fuck.
They get Penei Sewell and they got Jared Goff. So they got Goff. They got rid of Stafford. They got some picks for that. Whatever. They get some
that's
capital
what I
going
mean.
into next year.
They're
It's good.
rebuilding.
They're
Like they-
rebuilding. They'll take next year's best quarterback.
They
no
also
doubt.
got the Ohio State guy the year before. Really good corner.
Oh yeah, Jeff Okuda.
Yeah,
He's
Akuda.
good. So they do have a
Nah, they've
few
got
pieces. Yeah, they
You
got
have to.
pieces
If
for
you're
sure.
making the first round draft picks that they are.
Yeah,
you
but
have to.
to me, them or Houston, they're going to get the number 1 pick next year.
Is there anyone in this
Ooh.
division that can win the Super
Wait,
Bowl?
wait, wait. Does Deshaun Watson fucking play?
No, we're
Mention
not
Houston.
on that team.
We just mentioned Houston. I
I'm
wanna know
saying
what-
it's either Detroit or Houston. I think they're going to be bottom.
Right, okay. But look, we'll go.
I don't
cover
think
that.
the Super Bowl comes out of the North. This
No,
year.
but there's no one that can.
No, because I think Green Bay are too much of a
Are
shambles.
you ruling out Green Bay? If Rodgers
Yes.
plays this season,
There has never been.
I reckon he is perfectly capable
1,000%.
season
1,000%.
and winning the Super Bowl. I reckon if there's any quarterback other than Tom Brady that is capable of a fuck you season,
Yeah.
it's Aaron
I
Rodgers.
think he can have a fuck you
Yeah, but
season.
he had that last
and
year
he
when he won
kind of
the
had
MVP.
that last year. But I think the best he'll get is an NFC Championship game and an MVP.
Yeah.
Because they have a good coach.
Yeah, but
Flores
he's
a good
soft.
coach. No, I
Yeah,
think
that's
he,
that one call.
That
he's
one
a
call.
very good coach, no doubt about it.
and I reckon Rodgers is happy with him. So I reckon he can play well.
got no problem.
Wasn't happy with him last year with that fourth down call.
It's more about the front office.
That was good, Damon.
That was really good,
well
Damon.
done.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, guys. Remember to subscribe. We love you. See you next week.
You've been listening to Any Give and Take. Follow the boys on Instagram and Twitter at Any Give and Take.
Go the Blue Boys!